Welcome back to Football Manager 2024 with Rushall Olympic, Diamond in the Rough. When you're last with us, we were struggling in the middle form here, just trying to get a win. But as you can see, currently in ninth place, we've definitely gone on a decent run as of late. We end up beating Oxford City before losing to Field here, and then we ended up beating Rockdale. We tied against Eastleigh, which we definitely should have beat, but we did manage to claw one back at the very end. But it should have been a game that we should have won, and then we ended up playing Altrincham. We ended up winning 2-1, and then Swindon we ended up losing 1-0, but against probably the biggest fan base that we've ever encountered in this. And then we played Chelmsford at home. 1, 2, 3, 4 is not that bad. So our attendance is definitely improving. So we should be able to build on that. And then we have Spenamore. We end up winning 3-2. We scored right at the very end. We managed to come back. Actually, we were down 2-0, and then we came back to win 3-2. Amalu is an insane specimen, though. He should be able to be with us for a little while. Potential to be League 2, so even if he stays with us, develops this year, he should be able to develop into a pretty decent star as well. This whole series, or this whole season, I thought that we were going to struggle to even make it in the Veronema National, but turns out a lot of our players are pretty good. We have Havenhand as well that we usually put on the right wing there. He's a better winger than he's a striker, but apparently he is a striker. I do like his presence on the wing, that's for sure. But he's not improving nearly as much as Amalu. And then Barrett has surprisingly gotten a decent amount of headers. His heading is only a 9, but he's gotten a decent amount of headers off corners, 2 of them, that have definitely come in clutch when we've needed it. Financially, though, we are spending a little bit more than what we should be, probably around 1,000, but I have a feeling that's going to even out towards the end of the season. But we are still, overall balance is around 50 grand over. So I mean, it's not too bad. We went all the way down to 31. But I mean, you have to spend money to make money. We did kind of figure out what was mainly being the issue as to why all our players were getting poached. Maloney's 625 we might have to get rid of because I don't think we're going to be able to afford it. He hasn't been playing too much. He's only really come in as a sub, so paying that amount of money for a sub does not seem like that makes a lot of sense. Ollie Scott, on the other hand, has been phenomenal for us, and Mantum has surprisingly been pretty decent, but again, his 500 per week is definitely one of those things that's kind of holding us back. Barrett we did get recently. He's suspended for a couple games, I'm guessing from when he was with Filed last season. But we do have a decent amount of prospects that are coming up through the system as well that we've brought up. Tom Taylor is one of those. Everyone wants him on loan. His determination just went a little bit down, but we do need to play him as often as possible. He came from Ipswich, so he does have some decent pedigree. Evaluated around 1K to 12K. But this team is much better than what it was when we first took over. That is for sure. I wouldn't mind getting Makuna as well. He is still leading Veronema North-South, but he does have potential to be in this league. But I mean, ambitious-wise, we are in 9th place, and we're very close to being able to fight for a playoff spot. Not even fight for a playoff spot. We could actually win this season. I kind of doubt it. But we're much closer to a promotion than we are towards a relegation battle. So, I mean, all in all, this season has been much better than what I anticipated. So I feel as though we could make a decent push as of late. 5, 4, and 2 should not be a 9th place finish, in my opinion. But it is what it is. And I mean, we do face Maidenhead next, and I feel as though we should be able to get the victory here. So let's see the squad that we have for that match. And here's our squad for the Maidenhead game. We have Hanbury in goal, Woodthorpe, Cullinan, Barrett, and Cushienza as our D, Rowe, Mantum, and Panessar as our mid. And then we have Summers and Makuna starting as our wingers, and then Havenhead up front. This is a little bit different than what we do normally. Normally we'd have Amalu up top, and we probably have Ollie as well. Where is he? We probably have Ollie Scott playing as our left back, but more more or less a lot of this is probably what we would be playing anyways. I think we're gonna move. We're gonna take Maloney out. I think Maloney is gonna be gone by next. Not even transfer window because it's all open. I feel as though within the next couple days we're probably gonna try and get rid of him, just because like another team could use him. They are on four losses and one tie there, whereas we are 3 wins, 1 loss, and 1 tie. We are away from home, so that is the only factor here, but feels though Mantum and the boys can definitely come in clutch here. We do have a ton of younger players, though. I think that's kind of what's changing this a little bit than what it was last year. We did have a little bit of a older, I guess, older demographic for our team, whereas now we're fully on the youth rebuild pretty much with Mantum there to kind of ground everyone, and even Rowe is developing into a decent star as well. Still kind of a little bit struggling in this level, but Mantum definitely isn't. He knows what to do. He knows where to be, but even though he is maybe a little bit slower and a little bit older than what a lot of the players at this level are, he definitely found his role in this squad for sure. Just commanding it, and I mean, we do want to do better in the cup than anything because that's where we're going to get the most amount of money. But I'm glad that we did fix the issue that we had with our contracts. It was just we just had to give them per week as a part-time contract so that we don't lose everyone. Whereas we were losing a ton of them because of just the appearance fee, which a lot of players surprisingly just wanted the appearance fee. It was about figuring out what is an appropriate amount to pay them weekly so that that they didn't end up just leaving us. Makuna with a chance there, but he's offside, so it's not gonna matter anyways. But does look like it's all Rushall early on here. But looks like our team's just flowing a lot better than what it has. Makuna almost putting it in there. He just needs to head it better. He was doing pretty good in the league below us, but this one he's still trying to figure out how to score. But that's why we have Amalu, and that's usually who we rely on. Brady as well. Oh my God, that was a great goal. Thompson Summers getting his first goal for us. I thought he scored before that, but apparently he hasn't. So great turn by Makuna, and then pretty decent vision, and then great heading for Summers. That's exactly what we want to see at this level. But it looks like all our youth players are definitely doing very good in this squad. Brings Maidenhead down to 22nd, brings us up to a playoff spot. So, I mean, playoff spot is definitely what we would be hoping for. And there's our second. Havenhand getting a head on it. 2 goals very quickly after each other. And Havenhand showing exactly why he wants to be top striker, not a winger. But I mean, we might have other plans. We're going to probably rotate him as much as possible, but he is definitely one of those players where we want him playing every single game that we can. So barring injury, he's definitely going to be playing either on the wing or up front. But I do like Amalu as our top striker. Amalu has decent amount of potential, and I feel as though he can even exceed the potential that they're saying that he has. So I think that both these players can be with us for the long haul. I don't see us wanting to get rid of them anytime soon, as long as they don't request anything ridiculous that we can't afford. But it does seem like our finances are starting to get a hold of. And I don't really know how much we would require. I think we'd probably need $1 million in the bank to be competitive in the league above us. So I think that's kind of what the focus is as long as we can get as close as we can to that mark. And if we can actually sell someone for any kind of money, that would be huge as well. We are playing against a lower league team in the cup game next, but I feel as though we should be able to beat them pretty convincingly. Makuna looks like he's tiring, and he's probably going to be one of those ones that we end up taking off just to kind of rotate a little bit. And we end up conceding there. It's been disallowed. I thought it was a clear goal. Surprisingly, it didn't show the replay though, so I find that kind of odd. And I thought that that this league didn't have VAR, but they seem to disallow goals pretty frequently, and the linesman definitely seems to be a little bit delayed on his reactions there. But Rowe's probably going to come off at some point because we do want him for the next match. And yeah, Panassar is going to probably play the whole game. And we probably want to put maybe take in Haven Hand out pretty soon. So probably after this highlight, oh no, maybe in the 50th minute actually, we'll probably take him off. Unless he ends up doing something crazy, then we'll probably end up keeping him in just for that. But for now, it's probably going to be Rowe and Haven Hand that are going to come off for us. And we might take him off sooner rather than later, actually. So after this highlight, we'll probably make those subs. Panassar. Oh my god. Did everything well but the finish there. So we're going to take off Haven Hand. We're going to put in, I think we're going to put in Taylor there. We're going to put in Clement for Makuna. And we're going to take off Rowe. And we're going to put in, I guess maybe Taylor should go in that role. Let's put Amalu. Yeah, we'll show you guys Amalu. I don't know why they let him go, but I mean, we should have figured out this contract thing a little bit earlier because we did lose someone to a top team. I think we covered that in the last episode. And it was rather disappointing that we ended up losing him. Just because if a championship team decides that they want to poach one of your players, it usually means that they're pretty good. So definitely a big loss for us. He could have probably played a key role for us over the next year or so. And I do like Clement as well. All these players came to us on free. Oh my god, I thought Summers was going to get another goal there. And it looks like our D is going to be absolutely exhausted for the next match. We do have 4 days rest though. So it should be able to at least play a little bit of a factor. But yeah, that's why we switched Amalu on for Haven Hand. And we took off Makuna because we do need both those players for the next match. And Panassar is probably not going to play. We'll have Brady in as that role. And Brady's, if we can get Brady permanently, I would love that. Summer's getting another header though. Somewhat dominant in the air for a winger, I find. But we have 22 shots, 8 on target. Like I said, this has been much better than what we could have ever anticipated, but does drop us to 8th place there. So Gateshead just a little bit above us. Oh, actually, Solomor's ends up going down there, so I mean, not too bad. But even Hanbury's been pretty decent. He's kind of been rocky for a couple games, but he's managed to at least turn around a little bit. And we do like his potential. We do like him to be on our team for as long as we can have him, or even at least until we can make a profit. Because at a certain point, I think probably even in League 2, we're going to just try to make as much profit as we can while getting rid of some of our players and just getting them for free still. I think that's just the key to being successful in this. But 2-0, pretty decisive. I mean, the only thing we lost was possession, but and fouls, I guess. But I mean, this looks like a night and day team, better than what it was when we first started the season, and let alone the series. So it does leave us in 7th place. I mean, it's not too far off. We have beat Chelmsford already this season, so it's not unheard of. The only team that we've really lost against was Fylde, and they're currently, like, a lot of our losses haven't aged well. We've tied against Ebbsfield, we've lost against Fylde, and Spencermore have had our number as well, and they're all towards the bottom of the table. So it looks like once we figured out everything, a lot of these teams aren't a match for us. So we'll jump to the cup game and see if we can manage to get a victory there as well. And this is the team we selected for the FA Cup. We do have Hanbury in goal, Ollie, Cullinan, Cushienza, and Barrett as our D, Taylor, Maloney, and Brady as our mid, Clement and Makuna as our wingers there, and Amalu is going to get the nod up front. A lot of these players haven't necessarily played together at the same time, but Cushienza is mostly playing as a right back than center back, but I do like him as a center back as well. It's probably what we're going to try and move him towards in the future. So as long as we can kind of get that, and if Maloney can kind of show his worth here, we'll definitely have no problems keeping him. But for now, it looks like Mantum has that job, unless he can secure it, I find. But we are at home here, so I do expect a victory. Granted, the media does expect us to lose this game, but if they know our history in the cup games, we definitely come to play. So I kind of doubt that we're going to lose this one. But stranger things have happened, and I mean, this is the main focus for us. This is how we're going to make some of the money that we desperately need to be more in the green than what we are, especially with wages. If we can request even more wages from our board there, we'd be extremely happy with it. So this game is a little bit more important than you'd think, but doesn't mean Southend's gonna just roll over for us. But I mean, we are the higher division, so you would expect us to probably win this, and we are at home, and our home run has been pretty decent over the last little while. Ollie's the only one that's in the positive here, but it looks like we're just allowing them to kind of dictate a little bit more than what we should. But hopefully that just changes before the half goes. And as long as we don't concede, we should be good. But it is odd that we are struggling against a team like this. But again, it's still early, so you never know. But you'd expect that. I remember last season when we had so many games, it was very hard to just even dress a fully healthy squad, though. Omlu with the chance here, almost putting it in. We end up getting the corner, but it was a great save on their part. And we just encourage our team there. And still looks like everyone's still a little bit tired from the last game, but we should still be fine for it. They do have a yellow, so we could also get lucky and they could get players sent off, but you never want to hope for that. But with Makuna starting to tire, we might be looking for a change at the half. Yeah, proud of the efforts, but we do need that extra gear here, guys. Probably demand more at some point, but Taylor's probably going to come off too. I think he got enough exposure than what he needs in this game. We'll probably make the sub at around the 50th mark. I think we can do 5 subs for this, so we'll probably do 2, 2, and 1. We'll do 1 now, actually. We'll put in Mantum for Taylor. Maybe move him up. I feel as though Makuna should probably come off. But I don't know who can go for him. Oh, I guess Havenhand can come on for him. We're not going to take off Amalu. So Makuna's going to come off, and Mantum's going to come in. But it looks like Maloney's squandering his opportunity here. And Brady's also tired, but I don't want to take off Brady. Havenhand with a chance, gets blocked. We've had a decent amount of blocks this past little while, though. XG wise, we're not doing anything crazy, so we are gonna want to demand more in a sec. But I do want to keep Brady on as long as I can. Cullinan as well, but maybe Ollie needs to come off for Woodthorpe here. And even at mid, I think Maloney's gonna come off. We're gonna put in Rowe, but just swap him with Mantum here. And hopefully that should be enough. Still got 1 sub left, so we probably will do that to add a little bit more attack if we can. Hopefully Omlu was onside. No, it looks like he was offside there just by half a second. Let's demand more here. I think we can pull through here. 70th minute, and we're just gonna hope that it's gonna be all us here. Clement almost putting one in. Why didn't he head it like he did last episode? Or last game, sorry. Mantum with a chance here. Let's see if we can get it. I feel as though the highlight's not going to be this, though. Rowe to Mantum. Back to Rowe. Back to Mantum. And Havenhand doing exactly what we need. Jeez. It's exactly what I was saying. We do need him on the pitch at all times, just for that kind of stuff. But Mantum finding him is also great. And he just jumps right over, puts it at the bottom, and that's exactly what we need to see here. We will make our last sub, though. So even after that, we're going to definitely have to make our sub. Cullinan looks like he's a little bit nervous. And maybe, feels like maybe Brady should be the one that comes off. But Cullinan for Evans. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, you know what? We're going to do that. We're going to do that. We'll leave Brady on. I do have faith that Brady can even maybe get another goal here. Oh no. And then immediately they go on a run. And it's just us watching it. Havenhand getting the head there. But it feels though even our clearance is kind of lackluster a little bit. Like we just do it a little bit half-ass. And Hanbury getting to it looked a little bit more dangerous than what it should. We have around 10 minutes left. And it looks like Southend are definitely going to put it on us. Hanbury with the stop there. Jesus. This should have been a lot easier than what it was. But 85th minute. I mean, we are leading in XG as well. But they're beating us in targets. So it's around 3 minutes left. All we have to do is hold here. And we should be able to move on to the next round pretty easily. But as long as they waste time and all we attempt to do is clear it out, we should be good. Good head. And Mantum getting to it as well, but terrible, terrible clearance. Christianza getting to it, Barrett as well. And now it looks like they're in line for a cross here. Good for Evans there. And they shoot it just over. We should count ourselves lucky that they can go on target. It's around not even a minute left. All we have to do is maintain possession and we clear it. Okay. Havenhand, good thing he has pace because he got right to it. And there we go. Rowe getting it, getting the foul in the process. That's what we like to see. As long as he doesn't get hurt, I like to see that kind of stuff. Mantum's just going to hold it, but I mean, he should be trying to get a goal here. Just for pride here. But he's going to let it go. We end up winning 1-0, but we definitely made it look a lot harder than what it needed to be. We waited till the 77th minute to get the goal. But either way, they did think that we're going to lose it, so screw them. And Barrett makes his debut. Nothing to note, though. I didn't notice anything good, didn't notice anything bad with that. But does qualify us for the next round. And we get 8,000 in the process. So let's see what we're going to get for the next one. We're around 89. So yeah, we made a ton of money just off that and gate receipts. So yeah, that is massive. We do need that for sure. Woodthorpe developing concerns. Didn't you start though? You literally started the last match. But we'll take a look at the next round. Be the first round here, and it'll be 41,000 that we end up making. And if we somehow get through that, it'll be around 67. So second round pays 67,000 to win that. And then third round's 105k. So even if we can just hope for that, that is huge. That's insane. 105k for the winner and 3.1 for the loser. But we're just gonna hope for the payday. But Woodthorpe developing concerns. Do you want me to sell you? Yeah. So why do you keep complaining? He complained not that long ago, and we did play him. But so many games congested. He has had 3 starts, though. But he is facing off against Ollie Scott, who is, I mean, someone that we're probably going to invest a little bit more into. Let's take a look at the game that we're going to come back for. And we'll probably come back for the next round here in the FA Cup. And we might come back for the Solihull Moors, maybe. That one could be important, or we'll come back for the Dagon Red. So either one or both of those is what we're going to come for. I mean, this team's been pretty good as of late, so we definitely like to see that. We did manage to get around 3,000 fans, though, which is pretty good for our home base. So we do like that. As long as the money keeps pouring in, we should be in a good spot. But thank you everyone for watching, and until next time.